good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And boy, a rough start to this one as this kick goes out of bounds. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Fields. That's complete to Mooney. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. The Bears at 4 and 10 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be caught at the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. Down inside the 10. Touchdown. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields. Locates Mooney on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45 to about the 48-yard line.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. this offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating in the defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. This one from 35 yards away. And that is no good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out,
and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At their own 37. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Fields. And some room to work. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A play fake, now Fields to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards.
That might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Singletary. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. We'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Again, it'll be Singletary. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Fields. being chased out left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Santos for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself, thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case,
and a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that will be incomplete. They were scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down and all this time to play. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Final shot before the break. Fields looking downfield for Jones. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score.
Nwogu now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get on the ball. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. On the give, this is Singletary. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 40 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Off play action. Fields. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part. Just powering them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle there by Lewis C. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
One play action. Fields
steps away. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. On the give, this is their fullback. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Here we go on fourth down. Fields
got his man, and it's caught for Chicago. Touchdown.
Bryan Edwards
from 8 yards out.
And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nuwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back to throw now on first down.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Looking to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. 48 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Roses to add the extra point. No good, and they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Here's the option. Running right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
On 4th down, Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Back to throw again.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now a toss left side. It's Williams. Here he goes left side. The 20. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 6-yard line. A big game there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They need